ask questions for the others, and be toxic for some of the others. All three are allowed. All three.
Toxic.
All three, right? Be toxic. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting better for a moment. The world is spinning.
I know. It's horrible the way current things are. Ugh. Well,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. I think we started off the last conversation. It'll be up there for you guys to see. But the harsh reality of everybody dies, but not everybody truly lives. And a large majority, I don't want to say a large majority, but the loudest majority are people that are trying to make life so easy by hard. Is that the proper way? Am I saying that incorrect, you guys? They don't want to work. They just want to complain. They want to go out there instead of just going, hey, this is on me. I should probably work for a living.
They want to maintain victim mentality status?
I guess simply put, as the scholar said, victim mentality.
Dude, that's how this new generation, most of them are for sure. I'll give you a prime example. I don't know if I brought this up around here or what, but so we've got one girl that works for us. She's 22 years old, right? She went 4 years of college. She's got her bachelor's degree, whole nine, right? So she's never had a job before. So she's a member of the family, his cousin, stuff like that. So we decided we'd give her a job. Gave her a job because her dad asked. I'm like, all right, cool. He owns liquor shops and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, great. Let's give her a job, right? She comes to Sharice probably like 2 weeks ago. She's like, I just can't do this. She's like, what do you mean you can't do this? She's like, I just can't work. She's like, I don't have enough time to work out. I don't have time to do this. Like, Sharice's like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't have time to go work out and get your nails done. Like, stupid stuff, right? Like this is not a good excuse of why you don't want to work. So she's like, I'll just work like 1 or 2 days. So my dad just gets off my case and does pay for the rest. Like her dad's like, I don't know about that, because the liquor shop isn't doing too well because a lot of people aren't drinking as much as they used to. So liquor sales are down all the way through and through. That's a home run, right? But
yeah, in a way, but I understand he wants to make money, but at the same time,
of course, it's a good thing. He's not mad about it, but he's saying like, hey, listen, the funds aren't the way they used to be. And, supporting his daughter is 22 years old. She should be going out and getting a job, especially if you paid for a 4-year, big school college degree. I mean, that's the way it is. That's what you think, right? You invest all that money for the degree, go out and utilize it in some way, shape, or form, any form. It is what it is. So this was her first job ever at 22. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at that point, like, hey, like you got to have some sort of work ethic too, right? Like, even people or kids that see their parents or like they should probably see, like Peter, I'm sure he sees our work ethic. It's like these guys are always working no matter what, right? They do it, 13 years in, 2 years in, whatever it is. So, I think that some of these new generation, they're waiting for universal income, Mike, because that's what Elon and all these big wigs are saying. By 2030, you won't have to work anymore. Robots are going to do all the work. They're going to create all this abundance, and you're going to get a universal income check to live on. I wouldn't be worried about that. I mean, that's like welfare to me, right? Like we're worried about welfare and think about welfare when these younger people are supposed to be the new age of what our country stands for and what we're going to do, right? Not worry about AI. I mean, AI is going to be a big part. Robots are going to be a big part. But somebody's got to do some of these things too,
very,
right?
very true. Right.
Even like your trade jobs, plumbers, AC guys, they said that that's the new rave. Like if you want to become a millionaire and super rich, then you're going to learn one of those trades. Because at that point, you'll be able to do stuff that AI will not be able to do right off the bat, or robots will not be able to do right off the bat. So, there's different things, but I definitely think the newer generation is soft. And I don't know if that's hormone wise because of or not, but there's a lot of soft individuals out there, both boys and girls. So I'm not just going to put it to one. And there's only two genders, by the way. So boys and girls.
Look at John laying it down. Hey, well, I think most people understand. There should be, I fully understand the idea of just receiving money seems like a good thing. I just kind of like the old school approach of there's meaning to your life, and yeah, just there's meaning to you. So you're trying to become something.
Right.
It seems as though that's my take. I'm old school. I get it, but we are trying to imprint that onto the people that are around us, or the people that are around us are very meaningful people. They have their, I want to do something. I want to become something.
Right.
So they don't want to survive. And I guess that goes back to, you're all going to check out, but do you want to just sit and play video games? Maybe that seems like a great thing. I kind of like the effort. I like it. I don't know why. I'm just glad I came from that generation. Hopefully I can teach that to our family, to continue that.
I mean, it's a fact, right? Back by side, like, you feel worthy when you have value, and if you have something that provides value, or you're working, right, it makes you feel good because you have some sort of value that you bring to the table that makes somebody feel good. That's why people want jobs, and jobs are supposed to be make sure people like feel they're giving some sort of value, and receiving too, as well as like a paycheck. And that's like, that was the big thing, man. Like, getting a paycheck, taking care of your people, like that provides value. I mean, if these people are gonna like sit around and post on Instagram, you might as well get paid. And if they're getting paid from that, that's a job too. So I won't look at that as a negative thing. But if you're posting your pictures and all this content, you ain't making no money, and that's all you do, then that's not a job. That's a hobby at that point. And at that point, that's not going to do it. But you have most girls out there. I'm not saying all, but there's a lot of girls out there looking for the paycheck, or they're looking for the golden ticket, right? And at that point, that's some guy or somebody that's going to take care of them, and they don't have to really worry about anything but posting online. So, not to say there's not driven females out there, or guys. I mean, there are, and I definitely see some young bucks come up to me and say some stuff like, "Hey, anybody that comes up to me is younger, and they ask me like politely, what tips would you give for me to be successful? What wouldn't you do if you had to do it all over again, right? And how did you get to where you are today?" And I kind of answer those questions for them and kind of give them the best knowledge I can possibly. And I always ask them, like, "So what are you doing right now?" Right? And someone say that, like, "I'm in school right now," like someone like, "I'm in school, I'm in college, or I've got a side hustle too that I'm trying to do," and they'll tell me what the business is or whatever it is, and they're trying to get into. So that's somebody that's driven, like they're motivated. They want to find the way. It's just, they need a little help and guidance or mentorship. And then you have some people that they have no clue. They don't care. They don't know. They don't think about it. It just is what it is, So those are the people that they don't have any drive per se, or maybe they do, and it's just hidden. But it
That's a
sucks.
great point. I think you guys are going to clip this. This is going to be a good one here. As Johnny is explaining this and talking about this, I'm much older than anybody here, decades. There is something, though, when you're explaining this, that I think is a great thing. Let's say, great, you're making some incredible money off of social media. Great for you. Girls, guys, whoever, congratulations. This may set you up in a way that you can retire by 25. Okay, again, I am proud of you. Great job for you. It's a new age. Take advantage of it. I would say, though, from there, take care of your health. And maybe that leads you down a path that you don't know. And like with me, I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but it was the beginning stages. I wanted to be the Bruce Lee and Arnold Schwarzenegger together. I wanted to be in martial arts and athletic, and also bodybuild and be strong. And it kind of worked that way and got me shows for 3 decades, Gladiators, Battle Dome decades, and Gladiators again. So it gave me some great athletics with a good look for them. Trust me, I know I'm ugly as sin, but for them, they were happy with how I looked. But then the physique and the healthiness allowed me at this stage to still do something took me forever to become really good at it, is the acting. And now I'm getting roles at this stage when, trust me, there's much younger guys that can do this, but they're choosing me. So it's cool. Now that's just me, but maybe for you guys out there that do make your money off of social media or somehow the government's paying you, take care of your health. Take care of your health in a way that you become disciplined is my recommendation relative to lazy.
Absolutely.
So
That's
I fully
that's kind
understand.
of what it was. I mean, it could be a lot of people have different hormone deficiencies and they're unmotivated to do things. That could be it too. We literally can't say why or when, but at that point, when we start testing people, we'll be able to see.
And I think that kind of goes back to the question earlier on the previous. They said, hey, what age should you go over there? And I think we both kind of agree as well that, yes, there is an age that you can go to Titan Medical.
Right.
But again, it's the blood work that's going to set you up and tell you what you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So, that's my 2 cents, guys. Make sure that you kind of create some kind of discipline in yourself to take care of your health. Even though I'm not speaking of bodybuilding or power, nothing of that world, nothing. I'm just saying be a healthy individual to your best ability. Go with it, Johnny. What do we got?
Yeah,
Big sales over at the headquarters.
So this is a good one that's came back. It's another peptide therapy. DSIP, Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide is what it is. And this one's really cool. This one definitely helps with REM sleep, get you in that deep sleep that we all want, that recovery sleep, that refreshing sleep. Super cool. And DSIP is something we had before. It was around for a while. A lot of people were using it, and they got put on that list of banned peptides, and it was no longer made. So now it's back, and this one is awesome because what it does is it's like a precursor to GABA. GABA, if you guys don't know what GABA is, like the best. GABA will help you get you put in that REM sleep. So, we used to have a product back in the day in our Titan Serenity. We used to have real GABA in there, but they put it on the non-compounded list. So, and you would feel that kick in, like NAD almost. Like you would inject it and you'd almost take your breath away for a couple seconds. And people, if you didn't tell them, they'd freak out. But once that went away, I mean, it's just relaxing, and then you go into sleep, and then real deep REM sleep. So, if you guys are looking for something for sleep, non-narcotic, non-addictive, works very well right in the first shot, you guys can look into DSIP too.
Jeffrey, do we got some good questions for this man? Johnny's on fire. I like fired up Johnny.
Always on fire. Let's go.
You got a young kid, man. In this world, we're raising these kids in this world.
I know.
I keep thinking back to the 70s, and it's like, gosh. Hey, here's one side note. I got to say this. You guys can clip it. I can't change things, obviously. I can't change everybody's opinion or how they raise their kids. But Dana White really hit it out of the park with his statement that you raise your kid like a savage and he's going to absolutely dominate this world.
Yeah.
Because when I grew up, the 70s and 80s guys were just, you say something negative, you're meeting them at 3 o'clock high after school.
That's right.
That's just, it's not maybe, you're meeting them.
Yep.
So you're going to talk smack. You know that you're going to do. So there is a consequence to that.
Yes.
And I think for anybody out there that's a parent and you're raising your kids, raise them that style that there's consequences to this.
Yep.
So try to be an absolute savage and then just control. Also, just another thing is that it's words. The teasing and bullying stuff, it's just words. If somebody can upset you by using words,
yep,
that's a weak mindset.
Yep.
That's a weak mindset.
Yep.
You're laughing that off, mostly because you don't know these people online. It's like somebody called you this. Cool, whatever.
Right. Right.
You're adorable. You're adorable, my friend. It's fun. So just keep raising. Be the best parent you can. Raise them to be savages and just controlled savage. Sorry, go for it.
No problems at all. For long-term support and health, recovery of tendons, connective tissues, etc., would 1 month or 2 months of peptide scheduled be too low for impact? And with BPC or TB500, is that schedule better? So BPC 157 TB500, you take it two different ways. Obviously, you can do it as a preventative, proactive, and as far as making sure that those connective tissues and all that good stuff in there is healthy, they're getting stronger, they're getting better, right? That's obviously a good one, preventative. If you want to use it for injuries, then you're going to want to use it for at least 2 months. I would say 8 weeks to 12 weeks. I answered this before. And you definitely want to use BPC and TB500 together if you can. There's also a recovery stack. We have KPV and we have GHKC units too, some different options. But just bare bones, definitely BPC 157 and TB500 for sure. And 8 to 12 weeks usually is what's going to be that sweet spot.
So he's, just so I understand the question, he's saying, can he possibly, there's nothing wrong with him. He's thinking longevity, preventative.
Right.
Because if that's what he's saying, I absolutely love this question.
Yep.
And I wish more people would think this way.
Yep.
He's thinking, and this is for anybody out there, be preventative, like this guy's question again, 1 month, 2 months, jump on the peptides to make sure that those healthy, the signal to rebuild and regenerate and keep those joints and ligaments and connective tissue healthy kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't need to be injured for that. You guys all comprehend you're lifting, you're putting mileage on your body, and you're getting older.
Yep.
So if you can be preventative, I think most of you, I hope, will think about it this way. When you're 20, man, I was even in my 30s and 40s, I felt like I could wrestle a bear. But I was being preventative. I know I'm an idiot, but that's how I was moving weights. And so,
Yeah.
but to feel like that through your life is a real blessing. I've been around the health and fitness world long enough, and I'm at the back nine to where a lot of my friends are very broken. And that it hurts to see that. Because I know what great people they are and everything, and to see their bodies deteriorate that like it did, it just sucks. So for you guys out there, at one point, you're all, well, I'm hoping, you're all going to be around my age, if life is lucky for you. And so, as they say, you have to be an absolute warrior to enjoy old age and keep doing it. I know that seems odd, but still living, not surviving, living as you get to old age. And so that's just my 2 cents. Great question from you, sir. Great job.
Thriving, not surviving.
Thriving, not surviving.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Absolutely.
put that on a shirt, my man.
Yeah.
Darn it.
That one's free, Chad.
We might need to give this guy a shirt for just that incredible question, a Mike O'Hearn lifestyle shirt and a Titan medical shirt for that question. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Go for it, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Some of these have been answered, but the
We can
questions will
rerun.
arise in
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
response.
Yeah, that's true.
The way they word them will.
How to work through or with an injury, and how to recover without losing mass and gains. How to work through or with an injury. So it depends on what's injured, right? If your upper body's injured, you can always do lower body, right? You can do different things, abs, whatever it may be. So your gains can still keep going. I mean, and as far as that, you're going to want to work through whatever it is as much as possible. And this is where the healing peptides would come into play, or maybe even a GHRP peptide or hold on to muscle mass and stuff like that. This is where you can counterbalance some of these different things and use the tools to, one, to get healthy and recovered again. 2, to maybe lean up a little bit more and to keep the muscle mass that you already have. So, or you gain the muscle, maybe on the legs or wherever you're working out that you don't have the injuries. So there's different things you can do to keep the mass, keep the gains, and work through the injuries and still be able to be successful.
I agree with everything Johnny just said. You might find by adding in the peptides and backing down on the training a little bit that you even get better and stronger. There may be a chance, like most people do,
Mhm.
overtrain. And so now it's forcing you to just train properly. It could be.
Right.
Shorten range of motions, work around those injuries, but still push blood into those locations.
Mhm.
Hercules Potion is something we talk about for imbalances, for energy, for recovery. But also, I think the great thing there is it's such a breakdown of amino acids to retain what you have. So you may be confused. Everybody may be confused. It's easy to retain muscle. It's hard to build muscle.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. If you've built it, you can retain it by eating right. Even the extra peptides is going to help you tremendously,
Yep.
like Johnny said.
Yep.
But yeah, I just don't want you to stop. Don't want you to stop. So just keep thinking about that.
Yep.
Great question.
That was a good one. What do we got here?
Just because I like the word he uses, dependency,
Sure.
and I want to hear the thought behind that.
Oh, hold on one bit. So I wanted to bring this up too about the AR90. So basically what this is, Mike, so you understand what it is it's almost EPO without raising blood cell counts. Do you know how many?
Explain that to everybody out here.
Sure,
We got a lot of,
Sure.
including me.
So EPO is like what cyclists use, like, professionals or even, athletes, bodybuilders. I'm sure EPO has been used by pretty much everybody. The problem with EPOs is it would raise red blood cell counts pretty high.
Chinese women gymnastics.
Yeah, they love it.
They love it.
A lot, right? But the benefiting factor is they would have increased stamina. They would have increased healing properties too, as well, and that's why. So it's super cool that it doesn't raise red blood cell count, because that could be a problem if it goes too high. So with that, and then getting the benefits of the healing properties of it, it's a game changer. So I just want to bring that up because that is definitely part of it. Some people gain some interest with, and as I take it, I'll tell you guys my experience with it as I start getting into it. All right. So it goes, I'm thinking 1 month. Oh, shoot.
No, you go ahead, kid.
Oh, that was it. I was going to answer the questions now. That's all I was going to talk about.
I think that was the question we already had. It was a new one. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
He had a follow-up?
yeah, just squeeze one out real quick. This one, damn.
I'm thinking of 1 month TB or BPC, then take 2 months off to prevent dependency and doing this year round. There's no dependency. Your body's not going to build up a tolerance to BPC 157 or TB 500. I do see a comment in the questions. Please tell me what TB and BPC 157 are. So thymosine beta 4, TB, right? And then you have BPC, body protection compound 157. So these are both healing peptides, and peptides are they're sequences of amino acids, different sequences, and at that point they create different results. So with BPC and TB500, they're great for like getting rid of inflammation in the body. They're great for creating new blood vessels to bring new blood to the different injured areas in the body. BPC is great for like gut issues, Crohn's, ulcers, IBS, and then thymosin beta 4. That could be great for ligaments, tendons, joints, muscles, strained. There's just so many great things about these two peptides with little to no side effect, negative side effect. So basically, generally regarded as safe. They've got GRAS status pretty much.
Another thing, would you say that they're signaling the body to do what it naturally does,
Right.
and it kicks the body into gear like, hey, let's take care of that skin and kind of help rebuild some collagen in the skin with this, or hey, connective, let's get into gear, let's really recover.
Yep. Yeah, it does. I mean, promotes healing throughout the body, especially TB500. It's systemic, so it works throughout the body. Where PPC is more site driven. So I mean, I would inject both closest to the sites of injuries or preventative sites, right? Like shoulders or elbows, whatever it's going to be for you.
So for me, a layman's person, it seems as though it's not stopping your body and taking over,
Right.
like some things do. What it's doing is signaling to the body to, hey, let's work a little harder.
Yep.
Let's kick this back into gear.
Yep.
Let's be 20
Yep.
again, kind of an
Yep.
attitude to you
Yep.
elders. So
Yep.
that's kind of like what I pick up on this for you guys. So you can kind of understand what it does. And again, it's a cool word, peptides.
Yeah.
But it's a breakdown of amino acids. And
Yep.
so just if they're nervous about it or the name scares you or you think that there's something going on.
Or if you think that they're the same thing as these.
Oh, the same things as SARMs.
Yeah, no SARMs. Yeah. I mean, so people are asking, where's a safe brand you guys recommend? Titan Medical Center has it. It's not something you're going to just buy off a website. So I would stay away from research chemical sites. You guys have no idea where they're getting it from. So if you can just put it in a cart and buy it, I'd probably stay away from it if it was like that. If it was anything medical as far as it goes. That's just me. So if you guys want to take chances, totally on you, but I would not recommend that.
But John, I got an issue. The bank account is not set up that way. And so I kind of just want to go off the internet and get that local, hey,
Yep.
get this product at a quarter of the price.
Yep.
I believe they can't sell it because if it's not real, because the world is perfect, and they wouldn't let you do something like that. So how are you talking to this guy? How are you talking to Joe Blow that says, the budget's not there. I want it.
Sure.
I'm going to pay a quarter of the price for it. And I'm going to shoot that bathwater into my body.
No problem. So you can go ahead and do that. But what I would say is this. What if you spend that money and you get no result whatsoever? You get a bunk product and you're not going to know if it's bunk until you start taking it for real. So at that point, you're out the money. You have no healing whatsoever. You have no test studies that say, hey, listen, this is what it was. It's not coming from a pharmacy. You have no direction medically of what happens if something does go wrong, or you can check in with to say, hey, listen, is this normal? That's another side of things. I mean, just medically monitored. I mean, that's a whole different discussion, right? No, it's Titan Medical Center in Tampa, Florida. There are some copycats out there that our lawyers
No
are
way.
going after right now. I swear to God.
Come on.
So I swear, guys. So there's these websites out there like Join Titan, and it's like Titan on it. Like it's crazy, guys. So Titan Medical Center in Tampa, Florida.
Hold up.
If you don't see my beautiful face or Mike on the page or my wife Cherise, then that is not Titan Medical Center, Tampa. And that is Titan Medical Center. That is not us. It's some phony copycats that are going to get sued real fast. I mean, I've already had to take down like 2 in the last month, Mike, like using my stuff, like Titan Medical Center.
Compliment, Johnny. That's a compliment.
It's a compliment, but it's annoying. I own the federal trademark.
Hey, trust me, I fully understand annoying.
Dude,
but
I had a
but
patient
again,
yesterday.
medical.
Yeah. This guy is a patient, decided he was going to go online and buy the blood test, goes on some of the Join Titan site, buys it for $49, starts complaining, calls up complaining. I get on the phone, like, sorry, because this ain't us. And he's like, I'm a patient of you guys for sure. He's like, look up my account. He's a patient. But I was like, you went to the wrong site and bought this blood test. Because he's like, it's $49. Like, we don't have no $49 blood test on our website. And for $49, and let me just send everything to me. So he emailed me everything because I'm like, I'm building a case against these guys. So as much information as I can get, especially with confusion of trademarks, I'm definitely going to get. So the guy showed me it. It was like basic test. It was a CMP and a free and total testosterone for $50.
Are these third-party sites faking testing results too?
Yes. Some are doing some are using AI. I know we caught 1 or 2 with AI, like AI results, like because you think about it, you can put that in there in your image. It's not hard, guys. This has been happening in the supplement game for how long? Think about it. Oh, you guys forged test results? Yeah, this has been going on forever from amino spiking and everything. And supplements, now it's happening in the medical field because those aren't, there's no regulation over them right now. There's nobody, and there should be. But it just, the problem is, I'll be honest with you guys, is they're short staffed. They are. They're short staffed, and that's why regulation's down. So they're going to up that staff. They're going to need to because at that point, there's a lot of people doing a lot of bad things. And eventually, somebody will get hurt. One way or the other, somebody will get hurt.
Jeffrey, let's do this. Let's get another question up here for Johnny. And while he's answering this, I'll jump in if I can. Johnny's the master here. I'm just here to give a little bit. But will you also check here these lives? You guys on Instagram Live, ask those questions.
Have the oral peptides improved enough to consider them without the injectable? So it just depends on what peptides, but most peptides, if they are injectable version, I would definitely use the injectable version over the oral version. Not to say the oral version won't work, but the oral versions, the absorption, the transportation rate are going to be a lot less than what an injectable is going to be. And if you truly want the best result, it's going to be an injectable.
What do we got over there, Jeffrey? Here you go, Mona. This is a John special right there. John's the one that told me to get that. I got the iPhone 19 today.
Oh,
Yeah, it was me and Stallone are the only ones that have the iPhone 19.
you got the new
Thank
flip
you very
phone, huh?
much, Apple.
So cool. Did you finally get it though? You finally get the new iPhone?
I did. I got the new one, yeah.
Dude, that dual
Yeah.
capture all day. With
Yeah,
your little
it-
face in the corner and you getting it
it is
straight
cool.
on.
It's me. Now I can film and look at myself.
See?
I'm really happy.
It's
See?
a win-win.
You guys can clip that and put that up. As Mark
Does
Bell
Tech
says,
Medical do anything to help break up scar tissue? So we will here in the future. It will actually be Orogenesis that does it, which Mike is a part of or will be. And that's like shockwave treatment. Like for breaking up scar tissue, you know, there's not an injectable or there's not like anything that we prescribe that breaks up scar tissue. That's something that it would be more of a service driven thing. And there's shockwave therapy that would be great for breaking up scar tissue and breaking things up like that.
scar tissue. That's a.
I think people don't understand what exactly VPC can help. Even so, they think, oh yeah, it's. You say, oh yeah, it helps your bicep. They go, well, can it help the shoulder?
Yes.
Hey, it helps the shoulder. Oh,
Can
hey,
you break it down a
what
little bit
about
more
my-
layman's terms?
As far as BPC and TB500?
Well, I guess the understanding for the whole body. It's not a.
Sure.
Sure.
It only works for the finger.
Yeah.
Sure.
all
So BPC 157 and TB 500, these healing peptides, even KPV, right? These work all over the body. Now, some are more site directive. So BPC 157 is more site directive. When I say that, I'm saying this, that if you have a shoulder injury, right? Your shoulder's nagging you, you hurt it, you know, doing bench, whatever. You're going to inject in the shoulder area subcutaneously as close to the area as possible. Now somebody's like, well, it's a ligament, it's a tendon. Can I shoot it directly into that? I would not do that. Okay. I would not shoot directly into the tendon if I were you. You guys have no medical training. I would just say subcutaneous, close to the area. It's going to work great like that. TB500 is more systemic. So where this can help all throughout the body. So, you know, instead of making it travel, let's say you do a subcutaneous injection with a little insulin needle in your stomach. Well, it's going to work throughout the body, but it takes a little bit more time to work itself up to the shoulder area of really where you want it to be. So when I say more site directive, it'd be better to use both of those in conjunction, closest to the site that's injured, and inject that subcutaneously by doing so. But BPC 157 and TB 500 are very natural to the body. And at that point, they work throughout the body. Even if you just inject TB 500 and you inject in your stomach, it's going to work throughout the body. So if you have multiple injuries per se, let's say you've hurt your shoulder, you got tennis elbow, and your knee, it needs knee replacement. What are you going to do there, right? What can I do, John? Can I just take one shot Well, you're going to probably want to break those shots up and inject closest to those sites. That would be the best advice. Instead of saying, well, I'm just going to put it in my shoulder and then it's going to work all throughout the body, right, John? Well, it's going to work, but it's not going to work like that. You're going to definitely have to, if it's more injuries and more problems, I would inject closer to those sites to try to heal those sites faster. Do you think I answered it?
I think you did.
Okay.
I think you did.
I want to make
I
sure.
think you could have done it a little bit more Disney,
Okay.
like a little bit more loving or flamboyant. But
Okay. All right.
this is okay. Seems a little bit more ABC kind of after school
Because-
special. He doesn't even know about the ABC after school specials. Wetting the bed today at 3:00.
What did you remember the Ben Affleck one?
Tell me.
Oh, that was the best one. It was with him taking steroids. I showed him.
Wow.
Dude,
I just
Jeff, pull that clip for Mike, dude.
Oh my gosh. I'll check that out. They had
Definitely.
all
Has
the
them all
great
juiced
stuff.
out, like roid raging. It's hilarious.
I love it. Ben, you beast. Doing it before. I love it. You guys are much too young to remember the ABC specials after school, where they actually
Right.
were teaching you things and how to deal with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
it's
times.
true.
Good times.
Everything had a theme back then or a point to it, right? Every TV show, whatever it was. It's
I
crazy.
learned about PhD.
Well, oh boy.
Somebody on Instagram is asking if you guys do the full blood panels.
We do the full blood panels. And that word gets thrown around a lot. So I'm glad you asked that because there's a lot of places.
Right.
You'll get the full blood panel from us. And I look at the full blood panel, has 3 tests on it. I'm like, this is a full blood panel? Well, I guess to them it's the full blood panel. To us, it's going to be a more in-depth full blood panel. And it can get we can get way more in-depth than this, but you're right off the cuff. I mean, for a guy, we're covering a lot of different things. So if you want to even look at what blood tests that we're offering in those panels, you can go right to TitanMedicalCenter.com, go to the blood testing, and look, and it'll show you what's in the male panel, what's in the female panel. If you guys have any questions, you guys can call or text. You guys can order your blood work right there on the site, and it's nationwide. So wherever you guys are, we can help you and get you all set up for blood work.
Also, because Titan Medical does this and they do it at the top tier level, if there is something that you want, and you guys want, hey, I want a breakdown of the amino acids in my body that am I using? I'm taking tons of glutamine or creatine. What's going? You guys can add to that blood work too as well. So learn about it, do a little research, and then put in that request over at Titan Medical.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Listen, if you have a really stressful job or you think you're really under stress, we can test cortisol levels. If you think, listen, my parents on both sides, my family had diabetes type 2. I don't want to get diabetes type 2. How do I look for this? We can add a hemoglobin A1C on there. If you're taking a supplement line, you want to make sure that you're getting every amino acid possible in your body and you're not low on any. We can run a full, complete amino acid profile, all the non-essentials and essential amino acids in your body. We can do various vitamins if you really want to look at that, right? Too, there's a lot of different things that we can look at. We can look at inflammation in the body. So, like I said, it can get real crazy. So at that point, we have a standard. And then if you want to add on to that standard, vitamin D is one I would throw on everybody's panel. I'm really close to just adding that on to the basic panel right off that because so many people are vitamin D deficient and they have no idea. They have no clue. And at that point, they would feel better. Immune system would be better. Testosterone would be better. Everything would probably be better if those levels were healthy.
Love it. You guys get your, PSA, make sure that's there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's one thing. Prostate cancer's on the rise. Got to make sure you're good. I mean, at that point, and if you catch it in early stages, you can take care of it pretty easily and not have a lot of big problems. But if you wait and you're like, I don't want to get a blood test, I'm scared what's going to go on, or you don't get a colonoscopy, which I need to set up this year because I'm about to turn 45 this month. So that is the year for me to get it. I probably should have got it earlier, to be honest with you.
Definitely. I recommend that just to anybody out there. Know your family history, rocking and rolling.
Yep.
I think this is a great one just because I think people really bypass the skin.
Yep. Is there a good peptide for anti-aging of the skin? Absolutely. This is where GHKCU will definitely come into play. This is a collagen-based peptide. It's great for the skin. It's great for collagen. It's great for remodeling and resurfacing the skin, like your face per se. If you have wrinkles, crow's feet, all these different things, and naturally doing it without any, Botox or anything like that. So this is a good one. Another one is hair. This is a big rave on hair with GHKCU with growing hair. So at that point, think about it. If you guys want something like that, that's great. The other thing that I would do for anti-aging and would definitely help skin would be a GHRP, a growth releasing hormone peptide like Semarelin or CJC 1295 with Ipamorelin, or any of those different ones. We have different versions. Masterelin, you got Hexarelin, you got MK, but all of these will help in that light. All right. So you only do blood panels when you're nervous about the stuff you're taking because you can't sleep at night and your heart is racing like a Mustang while you're laying down. No, that's not true. You don't only do
Johnny,
blood panels.
Johnny, come on. Let him have it. Let him have it. Let him. I think this is a great one. You guys can clip that. I agree with this guy. Nobody ever gets sick in their 20s and 30s ever.
No.
So yeah, he's absolutely right. Only if you're out there, gassed out of your hills and all that. That's the only time you do blood work.
Bro, I feel sorry for you if you really think that. Like that is like
Perspective.
That's some pretty like Neanderthal type thinking. And I'm a caveman, so I like Neanderthals. But to think that that's the only reason you want to do a blood test, that's not the only reason. So at that point, if you think that, then you should go get a blood test. If you think that, you should go get a blood test.
Think about him where he's at, going from that side. I love that because of the fact that in this guy's world, nobody's ever had leukemia.
No.
No. Nobody's ever had thyroid cancer or anything like that at a young age, or breast cancer or colon
prostate cancer.
It's awesome. This guy is the absolute pinnacle.
Right.
What they talk about is a perspective or a person's where they're viewing the world from.
Yeah.
And so this guy, I can't even imagine his 1-bedroom apartment downstairs at his mom's house with the couch. He got fired from Starbucks because he can't do that even. It's like, that might be See, this is what I'm not ready for. I'm not ready for the world to be that dumb.
Yeah, that's ignorant. That's ignorant right there.
That it's like, it's, probably there's no birth defects. There's no eating correctly. You can just eat whatever kind of an attitude. It's like, you're gold, my friend. You're gold. How did this guy get on my life?
I don't know. Well, I'm glad you did.
God damn. I helped. Let's blast his page everywhere and just go pinnacle of today's idiot. Obviously, you guys, if you can't pick up on the sarcasm, blood work tells you what's going on inside.
Yes.
And the great thing about it is in today's world, it tells you so far in advance of something going wrong. I got 4 friends that came up with prostate cancer in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're way too young. Right. And so, but again, they're not up at night worried about what they're taking because they're not doing anything. They're just average people.
Right.
And they got their blood work to go, hey, you know what? I'm 40 now. Let me just get this. I should have done this earlier. And then they find out this. So that's the kind of concept you should probably have, or just stay with this guy. Put your, is it an ostrich that puts their head in the sand?
A tampon up his butt.
A tampon up his butt. Either way. The level of stupidity.
Dumb. I'm 42 and my girlfriend is 19. What do you recommend to make for longevity?
Just take a second. Come on. Don't rush through that, Johnny. You beast.
Yeah. All right. So first off, I'd make sure my hormones were in check, my testosterone, anything like that. Type medical center can do that for you. At that point, if you need a GHRP, maybe a growth releasing hormone peptide or testosterone, whatever dialed in, that's going to be good for longevity. It's going to be good for you being healthy. And just making sure that those levels, everything's healthy. And then you can just keep working on yourself, whatever it is. If you want to work more on the body or whatever, or let's say you want to go multiple rounds, we got some awesome libido enhancers. Because I mean, that's the majority of people out there. If I talk to, let's say an older gentleman compared to the female. So, you got an older guy, let's say 40s, 50s. You got the young girlfriend, 19, 20, 21, whatever it is. And, those girls are a little bit more friskier and they have a lot more energy and stamina than you do. So you go for the one round and you're probably petered out after the one round. You might be able to get the erection from Viagra or Cialis, but at that point, you're not able to go multiple rounds and have the energy and stamina and drive to do it. And we have some stuff that we can provide for you that will give you all three of those things and make you look like a hero in front of this 19-year-old girl. The only problem is you'll have to keep up that stance and presence every time you're in the bedroom with her. So make sure that you're fully stocked up and supplied.
There's some other things too that I think Johnny knows that can really help too, because you are 42 and you want to be there and look good for her as you get into your 50s and 60s, as she's a youngster. My recommendation is take care of the skin, take care of the connective tissue.
Absolutely.
I would get on a protocol like for a year and do different things at different time to make sure that you're regenerating much quicker than the average 42-year-old. And that way, when you're 60 like me, you still look like your 42-year-old self. That would be a great go, And again, props to you, my man. Way to live, enjoying. That's a great one. Johnny gave you the bedroom, but I think you scored the 19 because you're already a stud there.
Or a bank account, who knows? It'd be a lot of them these days. Does Titan Medical any tips on how to get a flat stomach? I'm struggling. Well, you can use some Titan therapies. Obviously, your diet and nutrition are going to be playing a key role in this. Exercise, obviously, having a right exercise plan, making those muscles pop, I guess. Sleep, because if you're getting, not so good at sleep, then you can accumulate belly fat too as well by doing that. Drinking water, making sure all these things, you're checking all these boxes. And if you're still having problems, make sure you're doing those things. And then we have some different therapies that will definitely help you flatten that stomach, like Retta or some of the different other things that we offer. We've got a lot of patients on these things, and every one of these patients really gets a lot of good results. I haven't seen too many patients come back and say, I didn't get any results. It doesn't happen.
Let me also just say this real quick for everybody that's here. I've been traveling the last couple of weeks, town to town, and I don't take the peptides with. Mm-hmm. And so yesterday was kind of like that first day back on glutathione, which I kind of highly recommend to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And you could, month off, month on, whatever you want to do there. Talk to John or the Titan staff about glutathione, health purposes. And then I got back on my, I went blank. The Titan Z. No, Titan Z's, the sleep.
Serenity.
Serenity, sorry. Right? Serenity.
Yep.
So last night was the first night back on Serenity. I swear, nice, peaceful, woke up, right awake. Then I went to my EAA stack that John also, we just got. Thank you very much for sending that over.
For sure.
And so I went from that great recovery. Now, if you know me, I take a long time to warm up. I try to be very precise instead of rushing things. And I got to tell you, man, today it was 2 and then boom, right? Boom, 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 all the way up to it. The strength, it takes me a while to get to the weight I'm working. I don't squat 135. So we're up in the 4s and 5s and 600s. So I'm telling you, Titan Serenity, boom, great sleep. Woke up refreshed, recovered from yesterday's workouts. Took the EAA stack, pumped up, energized, ready to go into the workout, smashed it. We're going to go back for a second workout now. Uh-oh. And I'm just telling you guys, it's pretty freaking great to be able to do this healthy, knees, back, shoulders, hips. It's really, really fun. So those are just some of mine, just to give you guys a breakdown of what the Titan is
Can
doing.
you quickly touch on the caliber of workouts you're doing though? Because you're not doing morning workout, hamstring curls, and then the cable machine.
Yeah.
And then your second workout isn't crunches.
That's my bad. I
Mention
slip
the weight.
and I assume.
You mentioned the weight.
I assume that you guys kind of know that I don't do the hop around the gym and phone it in. I'm not going in to do legs on squat. We're going to old school squats till we throw up, which is fun for me. And we're going back now to do deficit deadlifts until, again, the same kind of thing. So the workouts are high level, very intense, very heavy. And so, again, I don't know how old you think I am, but we're moving it and grooving it to where we train with the strongest, not just strong men, the strongest in the world, and are working out with the same stuff. So it's kind of cool that we get to do that. And again, Titan Medical is the one that's helped me do this. Titan Medical is the one that's keeping me in the game. And so for you guys at home, my recommendation is to call Titan Medical today and say, hey, I want to get going on this. I want Mike O'Hearn's, what do they call it?
Your stack?
What's my stack? What's my cycle? What's his cycle? Tell me his cycle. I want that. Give me the list.
Oh,
So get on over to Titan Medical today and get
Jeff,
on
we need to
the.
make a clip of that for sure. Mike, this is my stack, and have him go through what he's taking right now and just put that up there. That's gonna be great.
We got to do that. We got to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that. And Johnny answered this. There's really no reason nowadays to not have that stomach looking sharp.
For sure.
Talk to Titan Medical, give a call, talk to them, get your blood work done, work with them, and then I'll work with you on the nutrition and training. You got the whole team here. You got the whole gambit.
Yeah.
There's no reason why somebody, and here's the thing, bypass all the I'm not doing the diet right. I'm not training right. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys out. John's there. His staff is incredible. I got my girl over there that talks to me about whatever is ailing me or what I think should work on or something I would like to dabble into.
Mhm.
They're great with me. They explain the benefits, what it is, how long to take it, where to inject it, all this stuff. They what do they call it? Spoon feed you the information. So I just think it's a great team right now, guys. Titan Medical and myself, Mike O'Hearn, here to help you guys get a flat stomach, get that weight off you, and keep you healthy.
Yep. That's what we're here to do.
But we cannot, if you're in your 40s, hook you up with a 19-year-old like the one stud, though. That's
Yeah.
you gotta have game on that, man. Game or money. I wish we got that guy's name and number. We should give that to Bobo. This guy's locking it down. Bobo's out there chasing it.
Oh my God. That's funny. All right. So we did answer this one. How does Titan Medical, or excuse me, is there a good peptide for anti-aging, for skin? We said that GHKCU and a growth releasing hormone peptide would be the best thing to do. For sure, 1,000,000%.
Is there anything you want to close this show out with, Johnny?
I think that we're in February now, so New Year's resolutions have come and gone, and depending on where you guys are standing now, it looks like most of you guys have not hit your goal. What you're trying to do, this is really where I know a lot of people out there, and I'll start talking to them about some of the therapies or some things that can help them. I'm like, I can just do it myself, right? So, hey, I'm all for that. Maybe you can do it by yourself. God bless. So a lot of these people I'll see again, I'm like, hey, how'd it go? And then at that point, like, I'm like, well, we're still here for help. So if you tried it yourself and you're still hitting a plateau, you're hitting a brick wall per se, and you don't know how to get to where you want to go, just call or text us. It's free to call or text us, and then have us give you an opinion about what we can possibly do for you and how we can possibly help.
But John, does it cost them money to talk to a provider? How does this work right now?
So what will happen is this. You'll talk to a medical assistant first. they'll take the engagement and the triage, right? And depending on what that path looks like, then we'll get you set up with a medical provider. Right now, I am doing this just for Mike. It's $25 to talk to a medical provider. $25. I mean, I can't do any more inexpensive than that. I pay the medical providers like $100+ an hour. So
All right,
them
the hot
seeing you,
chocolate starts, right?
I'm eating, right? I'm not making money on that. But what I am doing is being able to offer that to people that maybe they were on the fence about, they didn't have the money to do before. They've always wanted to do it, but couldn't. But that's coming to an end. But for Mike's people, if you say Michael Hearn or Michael Hearn Lifestyle, or whatever it may be, then at that point, you'll get the $25 provider visit and you can talk to the provider for $25.
Sweat equity. Sweat equity. If you guys don't know, Mark Bell taught me that term, which is a beautiful term. Sweat equity is that price for that phone call is so we can kind of circumvent and get rid of the assholes.
Yep.
The people that just go, I don't know. We want the legit people that are going, I value my one life. I'm
Right.
sick of where I'm at. I'm sick of these nagging injuries. I'm sick of this body fat. I'm sick of this looking twice my age kind of thing. And so that's fully reasonable. And it's nice that you gave a discount for everybody here from me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, get a call over there. This is, again, I don't know why most people wait. You're getting older. It gets harder. Does not get easier.
It gets harder for sure. 1,000,000%. Things don't work like they used to be. Some things might not be as in good shape as they used to be, aka your shoulders or whatever it may be. And you're just not going to feel like you used to. You're not 21 years old. I mean, if you're a 40 or 50-year-old like us, you're not going to feel like you're in your 20s, but you can damn well feel pretty damn good. And even if you're just starting and you're in your 40s, I've dealt with a couple 40-year-olds this week. Like, what am I going to do? I'm 40 years old now. I'm like, dude, you got a lot of life to live. I mean, even if you lived 5 more to 10 more years, you can create a dynamic physique in that time period. You create a dynamic physique in a year or two, depending on where you're at, where you're going to go, So, you guys have to change your mindset. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They're stuck in the mindset that they can't do it. I don't know if people told them that or they've tried so many things. What's that?
What's middle age?
I don't know.
38.
Is it 38?
You know, the average lifespan
It's like what,
is 70s.
Yeah.
Middle age is 38.
Yeah.
If that's not a wake-up call
Yeah.
to you're procrastinating or you think you got time,
Yeah.
that's a smack in the face, I think, for a lot of people. I don't think they realize it. I read that and I'm just like, there's something so basic, obvious, didn't occur to me. At 38 now.
Yeah.
After that, you're on your back 9. That's preventative.
Yeah.
Don't care that you don't have an injury yet. Be preventative. I don't care that you got a little fat and you're okay with it. It's only going to get more. Be preventative.
That's right.
Get in shape. Young, easy to maintain through a lifetime.
Right.
Trying to get in shape old, it's tough. You might have the grit to do it.
Yeah.
But that's far and in between. That's my 2 cents there, Johnny.
No, for sure. It's definitely harder for sure, but it can be attainable. It can be attainable. It just
If
it's
you
up to
believe, the one guy here already has it, the guy that says you don't need to do blood work, but everybody else, my recommendation is give Titan Medical a call.
Yeah.
We got to clip that one guy. He's great.
Yeah.
Guy in 2 years finds out he just had something he could have took care of. He's going to be just like, man, look at my perspective now.
Yeah, I feel sorry for people like that, man, to be honest with you. They really don't know and they should. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I think that's my biggest job in 13 years. I have to educate people. That's what I've been on the path of doing, is just educating people just on the choices and options that they have that they didn't know they have. It's just crazy. It's nuts.
What you just said,
Yeah.
that's the clip of the day. They don't realize what Titan Medical can do for them. They have no true
Yeah,
understanding.
No idea.
Man, and I was blessed. Now it's closing in on 3 years. I was blessed to be able to meet you like I did,
Yeah.
get away from a sleazy company, and join a family
Yeah.
that really believes in making sure you get healthy for life, for
Right.
family, for moments. As John has taught me over and over again, it's the moments that count. It's the celebrations when we get those bleep of a moments, and then be able to grind the rest of the time. So, Johnny, you're an absolute savage, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I learned from you too, man. It's a beautiful thing, you know. It's a blessing. Thank you. I appreciate, you know, you come into our lives and, you know, the friendship and everything like that. So I appreciate it. It helps me a lot. So I feed off that energy and motivation just as much as you do for me, but I definitely do. So I appreciate it, Mike.
Also, FYI, for everybody that's here or in Florida itself, I am going to set up a Titan workshop out there at headquarters HQ. Batman will be with me, the man, the myth, the legend right there. Big Johnny. We'll be doing some workouts at the gym. We'll be over at the office doing some fun shoots, question and answers in person. I'm going to bring Big Red because I told him and showed him pictures of the girls that work there. He'll take care of himself. That being said, Titan Medical, Mike O'Hearn, this February, we'll set the date and everything for you guys for a Titan workshop out there in Florida. For anybody that can come on in, fly in, come up, see us, hang out with us, get a workout in.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Johnny. Thanks, brother.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
Sorry about taking up your time.
Oh, dude, you never take up my time. It's all good. The only thing I got to do here is I got to go to Peter's baseball game. He's starting tonight, first preseason game.
Tag me. Send some videos.
I will.
All
I
right,
will.
Playboy.
All right, later.
A lot of clips on that. Again, I do appreciate the guy that came on and says no reason for blood work. That shows you the just shows you where the world is at, the level of be smart, take care of your health. Again, this has nothing to do with bodybuilding. This has to do with your health first. If you can create a physique that you like, props to you as well. That's a nice added plus. If you're number based and you want to lift a certain thing, that's great too, you know. But I'll say this, the things that you're going to love is being able to lift all your body parts, exercise, move freely, pain-free, be strong for what you want, look good for what you want. Yeah, that's my job. Jeffrey, what do you got for us today? You got a little wisdom to lay down on these people, a little smackdown, a little raw dog.
I think
Jeffrey.
The wisdom came from the 42-year-old man today.
Yes.
If you're 42 and he's out there with a 19-year-old, what are you doing?
Bobo Griff. This is good mentor for Griff, I think. Yeah. Guys, thanks for hanging out today. We will be around all week. Let's rock and roll. Let's make sure that we are on Power Bodybuilding. Make sure that the nutrition's on point. I will see you guys over there in the Titan Crew, my private group over on Facebook. You got to get in there. If you're not in there, that's where I'm going to answer some questions one-on-one, more direct to you on what you need to do. Titan Crew on Facebook, Mike O'Hearn.